and welcome to a Bluestone X BTP Coffee Corner, where we're breaking down BTP into its individual pillars and discussing it inside and out. Today our topic is app development, and joining me is Jacob, our internal app development specialist. Welcome to the Coffee Corner.
Thank you, Jack.
App development may be a pillar which sounds like it's sort of, what it says on the tin. But what is app development in your own words?
So app development to me, it's all about problem solving. When we make apps to solve problems. So the start of making any app is you've got some problem. How do we solve it? So we look at what our app needs to do to solve this problem, and then take those requirements. You go away and you make this app. And it will require problem solving along the way. How do we make it work? What is it? How does it need to solve it? And all this until eventually you'll reach some solution to your original problem with this app. But usually not perfect. So at which point you reiterate, you go through it again, improving on it, solving more problems along the way. So it's just every bit problem solving to me.
So it's a bit of a cyclical cycle until you hit the sweet spot.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I think just software development in general is just iterating on it until you're approaching the perfect solution, trying to reach that goal.
And speaking of the perfect solution, Gen AI has been touted as that from many sources at the moment. How does Gen AI fit into app development with BTP? Because I know it underpins the whole of the platform, really. So tell us a bit about that.
So Gen AI, so at the moment, it's come a long way in a short amount of time. So I think, at the moment there's tools out there for sort of generating code. So it's helping to sort of accelerate the application development cycle, so that these cycles again, able to go through them faster because the use of these generative AI tools, you can do things like sort of skipping past all the repetitive code line you need to write, all this boilerplate. You can just cut right through that and get to the new coding you need to do. But at the same time can be used for ideation steps, so making designs, figuring out workflows and then processes. It can all be handed off in part or used using this generative AI. But then also as just part of the final product, can utilize this generative AI in things like chatbots, can produce quite human responses. Which is just improving on that customer experience at the end user.
App development on BTP, as much as it's about going through the citizenship process and building applications as per when a customer issue arises, it's also about this predefined business content, right? So it's also effectively a catalogue for business solutions. Tell us a bit about that.
So there's a big catalogue out there of pre-produced apps for many different processes and problems. It's already out there. Don't need to go and hire some people for a new app when it's already there waiting. But then also in BTP itself is the tools for producing your own apps through the Business Application Studio and such, and then also SAP Build, and then other sort of solutions, SAP Analytics Cloud for analytics work and such.
And with those apps out there, there's obviously going to be a variety of criteria when selecting the right app for a process, but are there any standout features or things to look out for when selecting the right app?
I'd say UX is a big thing. So the user experience is very important. You don't want to move from, say, your pen and paper process to this new digital app, and then it's it's just as bad to use as the pen and paper. It's what's the point? So you want a good user experience with any app you get, which is something we specialize and focus on. So on BTP, there'll be a mix of apps. So there's ones, produced using UI5, but also using SAP Build, producing these low-code, no-code apps, which are you don't need a professional developer. They can be freed up to work on more complex things. So then you're what we call citizen developers, who don't need any prior coding knowledge, can just use the drag and drop functions of just elements, input boxes and all this to make just simple UI5 apps, which are just as capable as any other UI5 app, just to fulfill business processes in the meantime, and just a decent solution, as well as can connect with SAP Analytics Cloud. If you've got a need for data solutions, analytics and predictive analysis, you can connect up with that, connect your data. It's got all there with the modeling, producing meaningful data at the end, and then that can all be connected again to UI5 apps, produced with Build or just in the Business Application Studio.
And tell us a bit about Bluestone X's application development services.
So you can come to us with got a new idea for an app. We can try and make it, but also any kind of pre-existing business process. We can work with it to develop a new app for that, but also any pre-existing apps we can take a look, improve on them, maybe new shiny UX version.
So we've got these apps. I know you've been working on quite a few at the moment. Probably can't say too much, but can you give us a little teaser on what's coming?
Well, we've got some stuff in the pipeline, sort of do payroll, HR, all these kind of day-to-day tasks, bringing it all under one roof, under one product, and then just focus on the user experience, ease of use, and it's all in one package, all in one place.
Fantastic. They sound like quite monotonous areas as well, so I can imagine having a simplified application to do all of that will be very powerful. Well, we certainly developed a better understanding of application development in BTP in this session. If you do have any other questions relating to app development, feel free to drop it below, and we'll see you again for another Coffee Corner. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.